about flexibility and holding on to your opinions so tightly. Uh, so I have had some wrong experiences of toxic feminism in my childhood. And for a really long time, I refused to even acknowledge that, there's a need of feminism, or, feminism is a real thing, or it should be a real thing for a really long time, because, I was a victim of, toxic feminism for a short amount of time, but it was in my teenage years. So I used to, blame and kind of pinpoint that, what, this is not feminism, this is whatever. So, talk, I want you, because you have written extensively about feminism, or I have read a lot of feminism from you. What are the topics that people usually get wrong about feminism?
Okay. So first of all, uh, because of our privilege, because of the kind of people we interact with, many people have this idea that just because women have separate compartments in metros, just because they have different lines, queues in ticket counters, they already have privilege. There is no need for feminism. That is what most people say. In college also, like we had different lines for girls, different queues for girls in the libraries, and different queues for boys. So the guys used to tell us all the time that you people have so much privilege, why do you need that? That is okay. That is because as sort of well-to-do, fairly well-to-do middle-class women, we don't have to face what the people in the rural communities have to face. Right, that is one issue. And regarding the separate queue thing, I don't want to talk about the queue thing, but regarding the separate metro uh,
Yeah.
compartment thing, I was in Delhi for 1 year, and you know, right, as a woman from Northeast, why I was so terrified to go to Delhi, because we hear so much news about sexual harassment and rape happening there, not just in Delhi, so many places. So in that time when I was in Delhi, having a separate compartment made me feel safe. Otherwise, I wouldn't travel in a metro. But if I have a different bus for me, if I have a different compartment, it makes me feel safe. And I'm sure many women also feel that way, that having something that's separate is giving them the sense of security, because nobody can touch them there, and nobody can do something that they're not supposed to do there. So that is one thing. And so your question was about toxic feminism, right? So the
No,
thing
so
is,
I'm sorry. My question was, what are the things that are not, people usually take in a wrong way about feminism?
okay, so this is one, right? Giving metro seats.
Yeah,
That is one. People say
yeah,
that you already have it. There is no need to do it. Another thing is that in my college, because I'm from an engineering college, when I was graduating, a lot of the companies, they had this policy of having 50% male female sex ratio in the company, especially in corporate. So that time, what happened was that a lot of people raised this debate that how can you expect equal number of men and women in companies when actually in engineering and in science streams there are less girls, right? Because in my batch there were 100 boys and only 5 girls. So if the companies had to give equal representation, they had to employ more girls, which was a little bit unfair for the boys because they studied so hard for this.
yeah.
That's also a whole debatable topic. And then we used to have a lot of debates on this in college, and we came to this conclusion that rather than giving girls 50% opportunity now, it's better if you give them that from the childhood, like at school level, at college
Yeah.
level. If you encourage people, encourage females to study science, to study engineering, then over time there would be no need for companies to have reservation, because the gender ratio will even out. But that will take several years. It won't happen in 5, 10 years. It will take 20, 30 years for such a shift to happen. So till then, what is the option? Till then, the only option is to do these things by the companies that they are doing, right? 50%. So again, I think I diverted from the topic. So I don't know if this
It's
is
okay.
relevant.
It is still relevant, and I would definitely want to, mention this part. I had that question too, that why do females get, a separate metro compartment, a separate compartment in metro. And I believe now that I think it from your viewpoint, I definitely agree that it's a good choice to have a different compartment. Yeah,
Yeah, because if I didn't have that option, I would have not traveled in a metro. And at that time, it was not possible for me to afford a cab. So I don't know how I
yeah,
would travel because I have these ideas that it is unsafe for women. So it's natural that I would want to protect myself. So that is why having a metro compartment is very useful, especially for young women who do not earn that much money that they can afford a cab or their own car.
I understand. And my personal experience in education has been like totally opposite of yours. So I graduated as a biotechnologist where the ratio of, females are really high. So in a batch of 25 people, we were like four boys.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so I have like a totally different kind of upbringing in my education. What else is about feminism that people usually do not understand clearly?
Okay. So, like people always, something that I have faced in my life is that, uh, so in my workplace, there is a colleague who is of the same age as me, and rest everyone else is older because they already have their PhDs. So the thing is that people generally look at us as if we don't have much experience, which is true because we don't. We are still studying, we are still students, right? But the thing is that if that male colleague, say his name is X, so if X makes a mistake, then the senior authorities, they will say that, okay, X is careless, X made a mistake, and they'll let it go. But there was a time when X and I, we made the same mistake. And when he did the mistake, they were like, okay, X is careless, fine. But when I made the mistake, they had this generalization that, oh, women are careless. Women always make these mistakes. Women have other things on their mind. They are not serious about their jobs. And then I felt so wrong. This felt so wrong to me because this was something that I did. I take full responsibility for the mistake, but it's not fair to generalize that all women have other things on their mind. That was something, and this is not just one incident. I have felt a lot of incidents like this, especially if you're a woman in technology. People always tend to make the assumption that women tend to memorize stuff. It has happened to me a lot in college, also in
Yeah.
my job with women, they only study. They don't understand the concepts. They only memorize stuff, and that is how they get good marks, or that is how they get good jobs. But that is so unfair because I have so many female friends, so many female colleagues. I know a lot of them are super intelligent. They are really smart and they have a lot of practical knowledge. So it's totally unfair for anyone to say that women memorize stuff just because they might have seen one woman do it doesn't mean everyone does it. So it feels that as a woman, whenever I achieve something, it feels that it's not just for me, but it's for other women who will come after me. So if they see that there is a woman, she's in a position of power, the young girls who look up to me, they will feel that, yeah, she is doing that. I can also do that. And it's also like if I make a mistake, again, it comes to the whole of women, like all the women, right? Because if I make a mistake, people will not say that Anansha made a mistake. They might say that women are like this, women do that. So that is like a whole, you're carrying a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, which can be good, it can be bad also.
So if we talk about the initiatives that you personally appreciate about feminism, one of them being, like separate metro compartments that even, like 5 minutes from now, like I also appreciate. What are the other initiatives that you really appreciate about feminism that are already, like practical or working in government, in world, in your college, city, wherever?
Okay, so one thing I really appreciate is that the government has given 10% extra seats to women in IITs and NITs. So that is like it's not at the cost of boys. They are adding 10% extra seats, and those are only for female students. I think that is very important because at my time there were only 5 girls in a batch of 100. And if you count all these branches, there were total 600 students and only 43 girls. which is so bad. And we used to feel really oppressed because when you walk inside a class, we had a whole gallery sort of seating arrangement. So there are 100 boys sitting there, and you just 5 girls, you walk in. And if people shout or if they make comments, you feel very vulnerable, you feel very powerless. But in place of 5 girls, if there were 20 girls, maybe you would not have felt that way. And right now, I'm seeing this in my students also, that the girls in the first year, they are very comfortable, they are very confident, which we were not. We used to just try to be invisible in our first year because we were so scared that someone might say something, they might make a comment. And at that time, we were very young, 17, 18 years old, right? At that time, you don't have that
Yeah.
idea that what they are doing is wrong. You feel that just because you are a girl, and if somebody makes a comment about you, it is your loss. You are going to be the worst person here. So
Yeah.
I and my female friends, we just tried to just stay quiet and be as invisible as possible. But now these girls that I see in college, they are not that way. They also talk freely, they answer questions in class. They also have male friends, which is also important, right? How can a
Yeah.
society segregate the genders if you don't let them talk? But if you give women equal opportunities, I think they will start speaking up more. They will have more male friends, and overall, it will do the society good. Again, there will be some people who take unfair advantage of it, but that is true for any policy change you make, right?
Yeah. I totally agree what you're saying. Uh, so thank you so much for talking about this feminism topic, because I don't know how much it's going to help the viewer who is going to, like watch or listen to this. But I really wanted to talk about this because it's going to help me as a person. And anything that I, like consider that is going to help me is probably going to help hundreds of other people too, because obviously I'm going to write and talk about it a lot now.